It has been a very interesting few weeks. We've had snowstorms back to back, and then I came down with the flu, so I was in bed for a few days. I've been wanting to share my thrift haul for January, and I finally feel like I'm well enough to do that. So let me take you back in time to earlier in January so I can show you what I found, what I purchased, and how I'm using it in my vintage home decor. So let me share with you what I actually ended up picking up. Now, these were several thrifting trips. I didn't get this all in one trip, which is usually what happens, but I managed to collect quite a little stash of treasures that I'm very excited about. The first item that I picked up was this beautiful mirror. Now, this is a wood mirror, and whenever I see wood mirrors, I do try to pick them up because you can always find space for a mirror. It is made in India. I love the color. It already has this kind of white, creamy white distressed finish. So I'm not really going to have to do anything to this. Just have to find a spot for it. The next item I picked was this brass letter holder. I'm assuming that's what it was used for bills, for letters. Those are becoming more rare as of late. So, oh, and this was $2.99, by the way. I try to film a lot of these things that I find, but sometimes I forget my phone in the car. So this was one of the items that I didn't have my phone for. I think the price is backwards, $2.99. But again, I think this will look really cute on a desk, maybe holding family photos, or even on a table. It can be used as a napkin holder. And since brass is getting harder to find at thrift stores, if I find something unusual or interesting, I usually pick it up. So that's the case with this one. Another item that I didn't film, but that I grabbed, was this little metal vessel. It was $2.99, and it's rather small, but I liked it because it reminds me of like a mini trophy cup. I thought it would look very sweet with a little bouquet inside. Again, this could be used for a variety of things. When I'm thrifting, I always try to think of all the different ways that I can use something before it actually goes in my cart. So this is one of the items that I thought, hey, I could do a lot with that throughout all of the seasons for interior decorating. I did pick up those little ironstone bowls. I love these because they can be used for so many different things. Again, for little nuts, dried fruit, cookies. When I'm entertaining people, I like to have a selection of things to offer them. And these always come in handy. These were 99 cents each. There were only 3 of them. I wish I had found more, but I will be able to put these to use in a variety of ways. I do like to find white ceramics or stoneware because you can have a different styles, but they all go together. So this was a good find for me. And kind of along the same line, I found this bowl, which is the same color. And again, this can be used as a fruit bowl, salad bowl, and this was also 99 cents, surprisingly, because I thought this is so much bigger than the little bowls. You would think that they would have charged much higher for this, but the prices at the thrift store sometimes don't always make sense. Which was the case with these little bud vases. These are so cute. At first I thought maybe they were candle holders, but I tried to put a candle in it, and it doesn't really have the correct opening for a candle. But there were 3 of these, and one was marked $1.99, one was marked 99 cents, and then one didn't have a price at all. So, and they were right next to each other on the shelf, which was interesting. It made me laugh. So I just picked up 2 of them, and these can be used for toothpicks, for matches. Actually, I've been trying to find something like this for matches because I've been seeing a lot of people thrifting little things like this and then putting a little match striker at the bottom and using them next to a candle. So I thought that would be a cute thing to do with at least one of these. And again, 99 cents, you can't really go wrong. I also found this coffee table book. This is Johannes Vermeer, and it's brand new. It's still in the plastic wrap, and this was $5.99. The day that I went, they had several of these. They had several painters, but this is the one that really caught my eye. And someone must have just got rid of all of their, or many of their, coffee table books. And I think books about art are always a good thing to have on a coffee table. So I actually haven't even opened this one yet, but I am familiar with Johannes Vermeer's paintings. So I know I like his style a lot. So let me see. Let me leaf through it. And just really beautiful. Let's see. Again, I mean, his style is just lovely. Some of the other artists that they had some of the Impressionist painters, which I'm not really a fan of Impressionism. So I didn't get those. I left them behind for someone who really enjoys that kind of art. So again, this was a nice little find. I wasn't expecting. I usually look in the books section, but they rarely have vintage books anymore. And usually the books that they have don't really interest me. But I was excited to find this one. The other thing that I found, and I debated about this, but it was this little dog planter. And it was for $3.99. But the reason I debated about this is because there were some chips along here. And normally I try not to buy things that are too damaged or that the damage is too visible, because I really don't want to have to take the time to try to disguise those things. But this I really love because I am a sucker for a dog figurine or anything dog related. So I thought that he was worth bringing home. And I do have a collection of paints, the little bottles of acrylic paint at home in different colors. And so when I do buy something that is a little chipped and I'm trying to disguise the chips, I just take a little paintbrush and I try to get as close to the natural or to the original color of the item. And that seems to work out fine, which is what I did with this particular cutie here. So I have a little fern that's going to go inside, and I think it's going to really look cute on a side table or on my desk. The next item that I purchased that also needed to have something done to it was that tray. It's a wood tray, which I love because a lot of times you find trays, but they are plastic. I try to minimize the use of plastic in my home as much as I can. So when I saw that this was a nice sized tray, I grabbed it. Now, because it was raw wood, I knew that I was going to have to seal it. So that's what I did because I'm going to use it for serving and I wanted it to be easy to clean in case there were spills. So I just applied 2 coats of sealer and it's dried. It's dried and now it's ready to be used. And this was $4.99. The other items that I have, I'm not the one that thrifted them. It was actually my husband. I work from home, so I don't get around much, especially if it's raining or it's cold. I'm a little bit of a sissy when it comes to weather. So my husband is usually out much more than I am, and he also enjoys thrifting. So if he's at a thrift store and he sees something that he thinks I might like, then he'll send me a picture and he'll ask me if I want him to buy it for me. So this is something that he sent me a picture about, and it was these books. I'm sure you've seen these before. They're actually storage boxes. But he sent me pictures of 2 of these. So I think it was this one and another smaller one. And I said, sure, get them. I can always use these little boxes. And these are really fun to put in and incorporate into a bookshelf next to real books. They blend in so easily that you almost can't tell that these are not real books. So when he came home, he actually had a pile of them. It wasn't just the 2 that he sent me the pictures of. He also picked up this one, which is a tissue box holder, which I thought was super cute. $2.99. These range in price from $2.99 to I think the most expensive were $4.99. But I thought that's so cute. Those tissue boxes are not always very attractive, so if you can disguise them, it's always a bonus. The bigger books that he bought me were the $4.99, and these are just like little storage boxes. So you can, use them on a bookshelf like that, or you can stack them on top of a table And these are great for hiding like remotes, the remotes for the TV, or charging cords, wires. We all have so many electronics these days that are just better if they're hidden. And this is the larger of all of them. This one doesn't, oh, this one was also $4.99. And it's a really nice looking book. It almost looks like it's leather. And a nice storage box inside. So let me go ahead and show you how I'm going to incorporate these items into my decor. The white ceramic bowl I styled very simply. I put it on top of a cake stand to give it a little bit more prominence, and then I filled it with fruit that I had in this basket. I always like to have fresh fruit in the kitchen so that it's visible. That way we remember to eat it. For the match holder, I didn't have any of those match strikers, so I just used a box of matches I bought from Dollar Tree. I cut off a little bit of the striking strip and I glued it to the bottom of the match holder. I decided to use the wooden tray and the small ceramic bowls to style the coffee tray. I'm using one of the bowls to serve this rock candy. This is a pretty alternative to sugar or sugar cubes. It's yellow because it's infused with saffron, and it gives this really wonderful flavor to coffee and tea. I thrifted these espresso cups years ago, and as I was setting up the tray, I realized that they were exactly the same pattern as the bowls that I just thrifted. Well, Oliver and I are ready to enjoy a hot espresso in front of this roaring fire. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope to see you in future videos.